Matt here from the Massage Collective, and this is the first video of 3 explaining what we mean when we discuss evidence-based practice within the field of massage and soft tissue therapy, and how you might go about finding some of this evidence base. In this video, I'm going to cover the basic definition of evidence-based practice and some general guidance around it, before in the next couple of videos diving first into sources of information, how to gauge their value and trustworthiness, and finally an overview of how to approach the world of academic references, papers and journals without getting completely confused and wanting to hide under a duvet. So let's get stuck in. The first thing to cover is that if you're new to evidence-based practice, you're likely to find that there needs to be a few changes to your approach to massage and soft tissue therapy in general. Not in your practice, but far more subtly and with greater impact in your thinking and your narrative. The explanations that you give to yourself and your clients for the effects that you see and they feel. And change can be uncomfortable. Any change that makes us question our view of the world around us can feel a bit threatening, put us on edge, maybe even dig our heels in a bit to resist adapting our thoughts and behaviours. That's totally normal and natural, but not particularly helpful when we're trying to learn something new. Because, by definition, to learn something new means we have to overwrite some previous version of the knowledge and accept that it needs updating or maybe even throwing out and starting again. So what is this evidence-based practice we and many others keep banging on about? It's the intentional integration of up-to-date scientific evidence with your clinical expertise and the values of the client in front of you. As massage therapists, you're already client-centered in your approach. Whilst you may love your job, and I really hope you do, it's probably because of the impact your skills have on your clients, rather than because you love the smell of massage wax, for example. So client values get a big tick from the start. Clinical expertise, well, you've got that in spades as well, because you will likely see clients with similar presentations, for which similar, albeit individualized, treatment approaches seem to work more often than not and validate your use of those approaches. This is great, but possibly requires a small tweak to the reasoning, as our clients are rarely ever a good representation of the general public. They're a subset who have chosen themselves by their reaction to or appreciation of your branding, your personality, your treatment methods, and so on. So with this in mind, we need to be careful to assume one treatment method is suitable for all and that our explanation of its effects is accurate. So the biggest change really will come from joining us in exploring the evidence. By evidence, we mean a demonstration that a specific treatment, or indeed the reasoning behind it, can stand up to being tested in a controlled way. This means that we can be far more confident that the effects are real and that the explanations are biologically possible, which I'm afraid to say a vast majority of those in circulation in the world of massage simply aren't. We then take this new understanding and apply it to both our treatment and the communication we have with our clients. Why? Because we believe that as therapists we have a moral obligation to provide our clients with the most accurate and up-to-date information and advice. To put it another way, if your client hasn't been provided accurate information, can they truly provide you informed consent for the treatment? Now, honestly, this is where it starts to get exciting, because as we dive into the evidence, we begin to realise that it doesn't put us out of a job, which is a common fear when therapists are confronted with science. It doesn't mean that what we do isn't effective and a really integral part of a client's health and well-being journey. If anything, it seems to strengthen our case, but in a way that means that we can proudly interact with our peers in other health settings and demonstrate in the same terms that they use our values and capabilities. So now we have a clear understanding that evidence-based practice is a combination of our clinical experience, the values of the client, and the best available evidence. So now let's take a look at how we discover what sources of evidence are solid and reputable and which are sending you down completely the wrong path. Hit subscribe at the bottom of this video to subscribe to this channel, and then click on the link somewhere, I'll put it in here somewhere, through to the next video, and I will see you there.